the more you practice, the better you'll get. Join a community of people who a writing community. There's so many different options out there. Um, People who will give you advice, who will give you constructive feedback. Um, Criticism for criticism's sake, I don't think is a good thing. But helping somebody with story structure or dialogue or pacing, whatever it is you're struggling with, you can find people who will help you with that.
Mm,
Also, you don't need to pay people for that.
mm.
There are so many great free resources out there, or actual, writing communities, that, yeah, just write.
Yeah, that's a beautiful piece of advice, and I'm sure you remember, and if you don't, I remember asking you how your in the first podcast how your career in law helped you as an author. And I think that's one thing too that I know I know you keep saying that you lucked out, and I'm certainly of the same opinion that there is luck for sure, you know? But I also think part of what probably gave you an edge is it's not just that you wrote the book. It's all the time and energy and effort that you throughout your own life, through reading, through writing, through learning, through watching, through everything, like it all culminated. And maybe that's a big part of it too. It's like it all came together and you took all that knowledge from all the different sources and you kind of put it forward, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think I could have written this book earlier in my life. I needed all of the experiences, all of the stuff that I went through until that point to be able to create the characters that I did, to be able to create the world and the magic and everything. So it's definitely a timing of my life, as well
Mm.
as my history of in law and watching all
Yeah.
of the shows and anime and video games.
Yes. Yes.
Without all of that, Oren and Daniel would be very, very different.
Isn't that so fascinating? I think that's one of the major similarities that I see between writers and coaches is that any experience that you go through in life, positive or negative or in between, it's all useful because you can just bring that into a story, or I can bring it into a session, or I can bring it into a podcast. It's like everything in life is useful, you know? Isn't that interesting, huh? That's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, no, positive or negative, it's teaching you. Like life is all about learning and continuing to push yourself forward. And whether it's a positive experience or a negative experience, you get to take that and you get to grow. So, yeah, I agree 100%.
Is there anything today that we haven't talked about that you'd like to talk about that we didn't tap into?
No, man, I mean, we kind of hit everything. Yeah, no, it's always fun just chatting with you. I mean, we've been going for an hour. I feel
Just
like it's been
about
like 10
hour
minutes.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just right falling right back into it. It's great.
No, it's beautiful, man. No, fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I learn a lot from you, man. I learn a lot from you got so many great ideas, and I don't just say it to say it. Like I thoroughly do enjoy reading your work. My
Thank
pace
you.
did slow down a bit after having the infant, but that's
Completely acceptable. Hey, I've been there twice. I get it.
you
Okay.
get it, you get it. Yeah, so it's not just an excuse. But no, everyone for everyone that's watched, and will watch, we're gonna have all of Tommy's work in the show notes. Please support him. We do need people that can write, because in a world where things are becoming increasingly more like fast and AI and all that stuff, like the brains that put this work together, like they're so important for society, because we're building culture through these works. These are works of art. And so please consider purchasing copies, if not several. He's got a fantastic book series. Check him out at the conventions. We're also going to have that included in the show notes. That way, if you want to meet him, you can go meet him in person. Yeah. Thank you, Tommy, so much for coming on.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a joy. All right, everyone. Remember, your life is an adventure.